Hey guys, how you going? Hey guys, are you worried about 5G or EMFs? Well, I'd like to introduce you to the sponsor of this video. It's a business who supports the truth. It's EMF harmonized and they sell EMF protection technology. It's like Tesla technology. The technology filters out the harmful RF radio frequency waves and has been scientifically proven to do so. As we use our computers, phones and tablets, the EMFs damage our DNA. In other words, consider getting some EMF protection from the link below, as you'll protect yourself, you'll help the growth of my channel, and you'll help fellow truth supporting businesses. And just so you can see the products for yourself, this is the products. And it gives you, even the website will give you a lot of information. So if you'd like to check it out, the link will be down below. Thanks so much, guys. I appreciate your support. Hey guys, before I start, I'd like to thank Chrissa and Shannon. And as you know, I have been demonetized now, so I do appreciate that help. And I thank all my PayPals, Patreons, and you guys for just watching. I really appreciate it. And as most of us know, YouTube are deleting comments. So if your comment gets deleted, please try and write it again. I am not deleting them. YouTube is. They are also deleting the hearts that I give and minimizing who can like my videos, apparently. So just stick with me, guys, and we'll get through this anyway. Now, okay, from John Here to Help, he says, we will win this. President Trump is the rightful and clear winner of the 2020 election. But look at where we are now. I expect the deep state Dems to lie, cheat, steal. Honestly, I would be shocked if they didn't. We will overcome this situation. The President has an excellent team fighting to uncover and prove the nationwide fraud. There are dedicated people in every state doing the same thing and untold numbers of digital warriors backing them up, not to mention millions upon millions of patriots who will not concede. I blame a large part of this situation on the weak, milquetoast, do-nothing rhino Republicans. As you are reading this right now, I'm hearing that Biden wants to appoint Comey as director of the FBI to get a handle on this mess. Oh, great. Create an even bigger one. Stroke is being discussed for director of the CIA. Oh no. Does that make you ill? Because it makes me, sick. The deep state Dem plans were known well ahead of time. And he just points out that in July he was hearing disturbing things. The Dems intended to take the election. They know they can't win. They know the vast public opinion is against them, so they just intend to take it and claim they won, which they did through the media. The media helped them. And those that the information was brought to did nothing. Backed down, closed the door and stopped taking phone calls, and here we are today. There's an amazing team that is working publicly, being threatened and doxxed. Same with those working at other levels. Please support them as much as possible. They will reveal the first crack in the dam, and a flood will flow to wash all this away once and for all. For 4 years, we've watched the blatantly guilty walk free, watched the completely corrupt punish the obviously innocent, and we've endured the totally useless as they talk tough and do nothing. We will have another 4 years. We won't survive if nothing changes. And I agree with that. And also, what I think is happening is we are being shown on both sides of the aisle. This is not a one-sided Republican versus Democrat thing. This is both sides involved. And we are being shown just how corrupt the whole system is, even down to these court cases that Sidney Powell is going through. It already has, because I believe the reason they're at the Supreme Council is because one of Obama's held over judges threw it out of the one below that, the court below that. Correct me if I'm wrong, please, but that's my understanding of it. From 17 Patriot, why are we even labelled conservatives? I think these days it's just good versus evil. We're normal, not conservative. Liberals are evil. That's that. I don't think they mean to be, and I don't think they are at heart. They're just going along with, I think more than anything, it's like a cult. They're stuck in a cult. They might not be bad. Some of them might not be bad people. I'm not saying that the politicians, I'm saying the people. And when they realise what has happened, I think a lot of people are going to be looking at themselves. And that'll probably include me too. I'll be looking at myself to make sure I've done the right thing too. I always try to. So, yeah. If I am wrong about things, I will apologise. I will let you know. I don't hide from my mistakes. I'm quite open with them. Okay, so from Charlie Kirk. Did you know when Barack Obama first ran for Senate in Illinois, he wouldn't have won if he didn't challenge ballot signatures and get fraudulent signatures thrown out? No one had a problem with it then. So why is it an issue for Trump to ask for signature verification now? Oh, and another thing. Okay, this is just off the cuff from me. Pelosi talks about the Constitution a lot. And yet the Democrats want to take people's guns, and probably some Republicans too, would like to take people's Second Amendment away. So how is she standing up for the Constitution when her party wants to disarm America? And also, I reckon the whole world needs to have at least the First and Second Amendment of the American Constitution. That's just my opinion, though. How different would it be? From Cosmic Clearance, this is interesting. He says, pretty wild. 6%. This is 6% Kraken elect Joshua 410 at TikTok 2Q2Q. Yeah, this is pretty wild. Hugh Hefner and Bill Maher. Did I say that one right? Oh dear, look at the resemblance, guys. What do you think? It's reasonably close, but yeah, there normally is differences between fathers and sons anyway. They don't look exactly alike. But there is a lot of similarity in these two faces here. Okay, from C3. Do you want to be furious? Governor Cuomo is getting an Emmy Award for killing your grandparents. An Emmy? Isn't that an acting award? Is he getting an Emmy Award for acting like a governor? Okay, this one from Denise. This is a perfect week for massive booms, starting on Wednesday evening and going till Friday, because people will be with family and friends and they'll be talking about what's happening. The reason lots of cities are locking down and asking people not to spend it with family and friends because they don't want you talking about what's happening. That way you don't awaken others. Based on this, I think we'll see massive booms this week, and awakened public is what they fear most. And I do agree with that. Yep, they don't want anybody talking. That's why they've gone into locking down the UK now. And some US states. I think Australia, from what I'm hearing, is opening back up again. At least Victoria, I think, has opened up, and South Australia as well. Okay, and this one from Donald J. Trump. It's all about the signatures on the envelope. Why are the Democrats fighting so hard to hide them? We will find massive numbers of fraudulent ballots. The signatures won't match. Fight hard, Republicans. Don't let them destroy the evidence. And Elizabeth Harrington said, it seems simple enough to conduct a sample audit of signatures on the absentee ballot envelopes. Simple and transparent. An audit that actually checks signatures? Why would anyone oppose that? Interesting. Oh no. This one from N1 Nasty One, hidden in plain sight. Okay, this one nearly made me sick. Okay, these people are sick. Grow your own human steaks meal kit is not technically cannibalism, makers say. Oh dear. Okay. The saying you are what you eat may soon become more literal, a lot more literal. A DIY meal kit for growing steaks made from human cells was recently nominated for Design of the Year by the London-based Design Museum. Sorry guys, it's going to make me quite ill reading this. Named the Ouroboros steak after the circular symbol of a snake eating itself tail first. The hypothetical kit would come with everything one needs to use their own cells to grow miniature human meat steaks. Ooh. People think that eating oneself is cannibalism, which technically this is not. Grace Knight, one of the designers, told D-Zine magazine. Oh dear God. And from Eurochef, cooking is all about people. Food is maybe the only universal thing that really has the power to bring everyone together, no matter what culture. Everywhere around the world, people need get together to eat. From Guy Fieri. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I couldn't even... Oh, sorry, I've got to get past that. Japanese Mandarin orange... Oh, hang on. That's not part of the story. Before you go running for your wallet, know that this isn't a product available to buy. It was created by scientist Andrew Pelling, artist Orkin Telhan and Knight, an industrial designer on commission by the Philadelphia Museum for Art for an exhibit last year. Growing yourself ensures that you and your loved ones always know the origin of your food, how it has been raised, and that its cells were acquired ethically and consensually. A website for the imagined product states. Oh, so it's not available, they're just imagining this project. The project was made... I bet you they can. The project was made as a critique of the lab-grown meat industry, which the designers told D-Zine magazine is not actually as animal-friendly as one might expect. Lab-grown meat relies on fetal bovine serum for animal cell cultures, though some companies have claimed to have found alternatives. FBS is made from calf fetus blood after pregnant cows are slaughtered. Lab-grown meat has not yet been approved for human consumption, though some products could hit store shelves in the next few years. As the lab-grown meat industry is developing rapidly, it's important to develop designs that expose some of its underlying constraints in order to see beyond the hype, Pelling told D-Zine. No, there's no hype, sorry, at all. Growing an Ouroboros steak would take about 3 months using cells taken from inside your cheek, the magazine reported. For the collection of sample steaks on display in the museum, the team used human cell cultures purchased from the American Tissue Culture Collection and grew them with donated blood that expired and would have otherwise been destroyed. They preserved the final products in resin. Expired human blood is a waste material in the medical system and is cheaper and more sustainable than FBS, but culturally less accepted, Knight told the zine. Oh dear, I don't know if this is just like a joke or what. It kind of seems like a joke. Fox News. Make of that what you will. I don't trust Fox News, but I mean, I wouldn't put this past them. Dear me. From Cat Turd. So Dominion goes on fake Fox News, but refuses to show up to hearings and be put under oath? Got it. You are kidding, aren't you? So they went on Fox News, but they won't show up at a hearing to answer questions, which is actually illegal. So what gives these companies the right to just not turn up? And who goes and gets them? Okay, this one from President-elect Amazing Polly. I haven't heard from her for ages. Where did she go? I know she disappeared off YouTube. I don't know what other platform she's on though. Schwab, young global leaders, World Economic Forum, cult sleepers, all over the place. Look who is on the list. Okay, and this here, I did some digging on that creepy Klaus Schwab and found this. Klaus Schwab, founder and executive chairman of the World Economic Forum, created the Forum of Young Global Leaders in 2004 to help the world meet increasingly complex and interdependent problems. His vision was to create a proactive, multi-stakeholder community of the world's next generation leaders to inform and influence decision-making and mobilize transformation. Through the Forum of Young Global Leaders, Klaus Schwab envisioned facilitating earnest dialogue and friendships across cultures to bridge divides, fostering fresh thinking and dynamic new ways of collaboration to shape a more positive, peaceful and prosperous society. I don't need someone running my life, thank you, especially not these people. Let's have a look. See if we can make it bigger. Yes, we can. Oh dear. Okay. Who have we got here? We've got Alexander Soros, Tulsi Gabbard, Daniel Crenshaw, Mark Zuckerberg, David D. Rothschild, Megan Rapinoe, Maria Bartiromo. Oh, sorry, Bortar. I can't even say it. It's so blurry. Borderoma. Oh dear. Emmanuel Macron. Wow. Peter Buttigieg. Nico Rosberg. Rio Ferdinand. Amal Clooney. HRH, Crown Prince. Can't read it, of Norway. HRH, Crown Princess Mette Marit of Norway. And Jens Spahn. Yeah, I don't want these people. No, thank you. No, thank you. And this just sounds like a big load of hogwash, talking in circles and not really saying much, like to help the world meet into increasingly complex and interdependent problems. Yeah, because they want to globalize the world. His vision was to create a proactive, multi-stakeholder community of the world's next generation. No, okay. You know what you can do with that. This one from Val Glass. Time to share this far and wide. Our government of vile parasites living off our taxes while lying to us. And this. My friend was a nurse for years. She's a surgeon now. She just told me she's called in sick to go to a secret meeting being held with other medical staff today. She just said, "Laura, I know you can't stand the news, but put it on a minute." She said, "Right, I'll say this once. They are lying and I have the email to prove it. They are telling you that nurses, doctors and police are all going to be vaccinated first. We aren't." She said they're going to tell you we had the vaccine when we haven't. It's to convince the public to take it without question. You can't get side effects if you don't get vaccinated. We will then appear to be safe and well with no side effects. Oh, they are doing this to trick people into thinking it's completely safe. It isn't. She said, "I love my job, but I'm not being part of this rubbish." She said, tell your friends and family, even though the majority will ignore you, at least they'll be aware of what I know. This isn't the first nurse to say this either. So make of that what you will. I'm never telling anyone what to believe and what not to believe. Okay, this is from Mariah. Wow, and from Whiplash. Australia's own Hugh Jackman loves a bit of spirit cooking. Funny how Marina Abramovic was at Ayers Rock when Azaria Chamberlain went missing. That was a baby. The dingo stole my baby. That one. Lots of Illuminati 13 family stuff goes down in outback Australia near Pine Gap. And as we see, we've seen these before. And that's circling a child that was at this party with things like this, and things like this, and things like this. I mean, would you like to go to a party like that? I certainly would not. Oh look, that's Simon, I broke my back cowl too. Is that him there? Okay, well there you go. That's all that was there, guys, for the people asking. And this. From the Justice Department, an American contractor sentenced to prison for theft of government equipment on US military base in Afghanistan. So, and you can go and read that if you like. From Dan Bongino, this was from a few days ago because these are the ones I missed yesterday. Despite rumours, jury investigation remains full steam ahead. So don't think nothing's being done. Things are being done behind the scenes. But this needs to play out for the whole world to see. The whole thing. And I really, honestly, other than telling your friends about the vaccine to wake them up, but maybe try not to worry about it yourself too much, because I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's all going to stop right before they get to that. Remember, we have to be pushed to the precipice. And because we're already awake, it's going to be harder because the people who aren't awake need to be woken up. And we have to sit through this and watch all this stuff go on. But we also have to try and let our friends know. So yeah, make of that what you will too. And I never tell anybody what to think. I'm trying to get everybody to open your mind a little bit to things that we previously thought were right, but as you know, most things that we've been taught are wrong. And for that, you need to open your mind up a little bit to understand. Not necessarily you guys, I know you guys have an open mind, but like the normal people, you know. I am certainly not normal. From Bina, and a little couple of scales there. The whole world is a stage full of bad actors. Trudeau Castro, the Great Awakening, the more you know. At Canada. Of course, Fidel Castro is Justin Trudeau's dad. Nobody has debunked anything. In the age of sloppy journalism, few authors are sloppier than those who claim they've debunked the story that Fidel Castro is Justin Trudeau's biological father. They recite the Canadian government's official travel dates to Cuba and painfully avoid the Trudeau's extensive personal trip to the Caribbean in spring 1971. It is a fact that the Trudeaus were in the Caribbean in spring 1971. It is a fact they adored Castro. It is a fact the Trudeaus were swingers. This is what you need to know. First, Margaret Trudeau, Pierre Trudeau, and Fidel Castro were all notoriously promiscuous. Margaret Trudeau was a partier who unquestionably had relations with men while married to Pierre. Nobody knows if Pierre objected. They met when he was 48 and she was 18. They got married when he was 53 and she was 23. Their marriage surprised Canada because Pierre had been a lifelong playboy with no wife or children. So that's something interesting if you don't know already. And Okay. The wife of Mr. Biden, as Chief of Staff, selling US citizenship. What on earth? In a fraud-racked visa scheme abused by communists. Chinese communists. Sorry if you can hear the wind, guys. It's very windy here today, and the reason there are no cicadas today is because it's been raining and it's not warm. It's actually cooler today. So Yulisa Reynoso, who would serve as Jill Biden's Chief of Staff in a Biden administration, is listed as an advisory board member for a firm selling US citizenship via the EB-5 visa program, the National Pulse can reveal. Reynoso is currently listed on the advisory board of EB-5 visa funds, where her previous positions of US Ambassador to Uruguay and Deputy Assistant Secretary for the State of Central American, Caribbean and Cuban Affairs in the Obama administration are prominently displayed. Reynoso omits her visa work from her bio, with her current employer, law firm Winston & Strawn. Her bio does, however, reveal her stint as a Soros Fellow for New Americans, a program which hands almost $100,000 to a handful of immigrants each year. Oh dear. Pay for citizenship. Leveraging her Obama-era credentials, the first three sentences in the Chief of Staff to Jill Biden's biography reads, Yulisa has extensive policy and legal experience, engaging both as a lawyer in private practice and as a senior diplomat on behalf of the United States government. Yulisa Reynoso is the former United States ambassador to Uruguay. Yulisa also served as Deputy Assistant Secretary of State for Central American, Caribbean and Cuban Affairs in the U.S. Department of State. EB-5 Visa Fund's homepage insists the firm can secure your path to U.S. citizenship through profitable investment. Wow, that sounds familiar. The firm also boasts of having program advantages to securing green cards, such as ensuring the investor does not have to be continuously present in the US and can maintain business and professional relations in their own country, and that there are no requirements regarding age, business experience or language skills. It does sound very familiar. I swear, half the things going on in the US are not just going on in the US, it's worldwide that all these things happen. And I believe that once this is all out in the open, is when the rest of the world's going to see change in our countries. That's why I'm kind of hanging on the edge of my seat, waiting for these to drop. And because I know once it does, a lot of our politicians are going to be in big trouble. And I did also heard, I don't know how true it is, it was on Twitter, someone mentioned that maybe Trump has said that Australia does have a patriot in Parliament, and that she has red hair. Pauline Hanson? Anybody? Anyway, I'll take that with a grain of salt, because I can't prove that yet. I have not seen Donald or heard Donald Trump saying that. But I also haven't been listening to a lot of stuff for the last few days due to just having the kids. So he could have said it. I don't know. Let me know if you have heard that. Okay, there are no requirements regarding age, business experience or language skills. The program does not require investors to manage their investment on a daily basis. As a limited partner, an investor is free to pursue other professional or personal ventures. An investor does not have to be continuously present in the US and can maintain business and professional relations in their own country. An investor does not have to live in the city or state where their EB-5 investment is located. And doesn't that open everything up to a whole range of problems? Oh dear. The phone number listed on the page directs callers to General American Capital Partners, a Florida-based private equity firm founded by Joseph DeGroza Jr. and David Neithart. The former, along with the ex-Democratic mayor of Miami, Manny Diaz, is listed on the advisory board of the firm and appears to have an EB-5 visa corporation registered under his name. Scandal and fraud. The EB-5 visa program has been slammed by conservative critics as having long been plagued by scandal and fraud, and has been criticised as effectively functioning as a pay-for-citizenship scheme in many cases. Even Democrat senators have sponsored legislation to help end the visa type, with Senator Dianne Feinstein calling it inherently flawed. Wow. It says that US citizenship is for sale. It's wrong to have a special pathway as citizenship for the wealthy while millions wait in line for visas. When did she grow a brain? Okay, a Florida-based businessman pleading guilty to a plan to build a biotechnology plant in Newport, Vermont, using millions raised through the EB-5 visa program. Oh, now that's all you need. See? My God. Another flag with the program is how the overwhelming majority, over 80% of visas, go to Chinese nationals, often with ties to the Chinese Communist Party. As representatives, Jim Jordan and Guy, I can't even say that, of the House Judiciary Committee noted, although the EB-5 program goal of stimulating capital investment and job creation in the United States is laudable, it has become clear in recent years that the CCP may be abusing the program to gain access to the US permanent residency for their members. The National Pulse has reached out to ULISA and EB-5 visa funds via EB-5 visa funds, but received no comment or response at the time of publication. So there you go, that's something interesting, but yeah. I don't believe that those Democrats have said that. I think maybe something's been caught here and they're trying to back their way out of it. Okay, and I have read that one. That was in one of my previous videos. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave it there. And apparently Kevin Rudd is trending in Australia over here. But yeah, okay, I'm going to leave it there for tonight. Sorry, I just had a bit of a coughing fit, if I sound different. And I'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to do a deep dive tomorrow, and I'm going to show you, or it might not be deep, but I'm going to show you how to just look for people and who they're associated with, and other information you can gather about the people, and I'm going to start with the New South Wales Health Minister. So we'll see how that goes tomorrow. And yeah, I do want to do a deep dive sometime this week. So yeah, we'll see how we go. I will try and do them during the day when I'm not doing these little news updates. I'll try and do one around this. Okay, guys, I hope you have a good one. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are. And I'll talk to you soon. Okay, guys. Bye.